Ancient Egypt, a land of pharaohs, pyramids and powerful queens. Among them, Nefertari stands out. She was the great royal wife of Ramses II. Her name echoes through time. She is considered one of Egypt's most significant queens. Her reign marked a period of immense cultural and architectural flourishing. Her legacy is intertwined with her husband's. She played a prominent role in shaping ancient Egyptian history. Her story is one of power, beauty and mystery. We will uncover the mysteries surrounding her origins, story, and we will examine the architectural marvels dedicated to her. Join us on this journey as we unravel the story of Nefertari, a story that continues to intrigue us centuries later. Nefertari, a name that evokes beauty, power and mystery in the ancient Egyptian language. Her name holds a profound meaning. It translates to beautiful companion, or perhaps more intriguingly, the most beautiful of them all. This name was not merely a title. It reflected Nefertari's captivating presence. It spoke to her elevated status as the great royal wife of Ramses II. Her name was carefully chosen. It was meant to convey her significance. It also highlighted her role in the royal court. The Egyptians believed in the power of names. They believed a name could influence a person's destiny. Nefertari's name, therefore, suggests a life destined for beauty, destined for influence, destined for greatness. Her name echoed through the halls of power. It served as a constant reminder of her enduring legacy. Nefertari's name wasn't simply symbolic. It was a reflection of her physical beauty. Ancient Egyptian art depicts her with striking features. She had large almond-shaped eyes. She had a serene, almost ethereal expression. Her images adorn the walls of her tomb in the Valley of the Queens. She is often depicted alongside Ramses II. These images show her grace, they show her elegance, they show her importance as the king's consort. The colours used in these depictions are significant. They were carefully chosen to enhance her beauty. She is often shown with dark, kohl-rimmed eyes. These images serve as a testament to Nefertari's captivating presence. They help us understand why her name became synonymous with beauty itself. Nefertari's name often appears alongside epithets. These epithets provide further insights into her character. One such epithet was beloved of Mut. Mut was a powerful goddess. She was associated with motherhood. She was associated with protection. She was also associated with kingship. This epithet suggests Nefertari enjoyed a special connection with this important deity. It implies she possessed qualities that were admired by the goddess. These qualities might have included grace, compassion, and wisdom. The epithet beloved of Mut also highlights Nefertari's religious piety. It emphasizes her role as a link between the pharaoh and the divine. This role was crucial in maintaining order. It also maintained prosperity within the kingdom. Nefertari's name continues to resonate thousands of years after her death. It has become synonymous with ancient Egyptian beauty, power, and intrigue. Her story, though shrouded in mystery, continues to fascinate historians and archaeologists. Her name graces museums around the world. It adorns books, documentaries, and countless works of art. Nefertari's legacy extends far beyond the confines of ancient Egypt. She has become a symbol of feminine power and grace. Her story serves as a reminder of the enduring allure of ancient Egypt. It reminds us of the powerful women who shaped this civilization. Nefertari's name will forever be etched in the annals of history. Nefertari's origins remain shrouded in mystery. Her parentage, a subject of much speculation, is unknown. No definitive records exist to shed light on her family background. This lack of information only adds to her enigmatic aura. The sands of time have obscured much of ancient Egyptian history. Royal records were sometimes incomplete or deliberately altered for political purposes. It's possible that Nefertari's lineage was intentionally erased, or perhaps the records were lost to the ravages of time. This absence of concrete evidence has fueled numerous theories and interpretations. Scholars have pored over fragmented inscriptions and monuments, searching for clues to her ancestry. Yet Nefertari's origins remain an unresolved puzzle. Despite the lack of definitive proof, certain theories hold more weight than others. Some scholars believe Nefertari came from a noble family. This theory is based on her elevated status and the grandeur of her tomb. It's unlikely that a woman of humble origins would have been bestowed with such honours. Her marriage to Ramses II further supports this notion. Ramses II, known for his ambition and desire to solidify his power, would have sought a wife of noble lineage, a wife who could enhance his own prestige and legitimacy. The opulence of her tomb suggests a woman of immense wealth and influence. While her exact lineage remains a mystery, the evidence suggests a woman born into privilege, a woman whose influence extended far beyond the confines of the royal palace. Adding to the intrigue, some scholars propose a connection between Nefertari and the previous ruling dynasty, the 18th dynasty. This theory centers around a possible familial link to Pharaoh I, Tutankhamun's successor. This theory stems from the discovery of a ring bearing A's cartouche in the tomb of Nefertari's eldest son, Amun-Hotep. While this doesn't confirm a direct lineage, it hints at a possible connection. Perhaps Nefertari was a distant relative of A or his wife. This potential link to the 18th dynasty is tantalizing. It suggests a lineage steeped in power, intrigue, and the legacy of some of Egypt's most renowned rulers. However, without concrete evidence, this theory remains speculative. It's a piece of the puzzle that may never be fully understood. Despite the lack of concrete answers, the mystery surrounding Nefertari's origins doesn't diminish her significance. Instead, it adds to her allure. She stands as a testament to the enduring power of ancient Egypt to captivate our imaginations. Her legacy extends beyond her lineage. She was a powerful queen, she was a devoted wife, she was a patron of the arts, she left an indelible mark on Egyptian history. The mystery of her origins only adds to the richness of her story. It reminds us that history is not always clear-cut. Deep in the heart of Nubia, on the banks of the Nile, stands a testament to love and devotion. Carved into the face of a mountain, the temple of Abu Simbel is a marvel of ancient Egyptian architecture. It honors Ramses II and his great royal wife Nefertari. The smaller temple is dedicated to Nefertari and the goddess Hathor. This dedication highlights Nefertari's status and influence. The Temple of Abu Simbel is not just a religious monument. It's also a testament to Ramses II's deep affection for Nefertari. Inscriptions inside the temple declare his love for her in no uncertain terms. The colossal statues of Nefertari that grace the temple's facade are another indication of her importance. These statues, equal in size to those of Ramses II himself, depict her wearing the double crown of Upper and Lower Egypt. This signifies her status as queen and co-ruler alongside her husband. Inside the temple, the walls are adorned with vibrant paintings that depict scenes from Nefertari's life. These images offer a glimpse into the life of a queen who was both powerful and deeply loved. The temple of Abu Simbel faced a significant threat in the 20th century. The construction of the Aswan High Dam put the entire complex at risk of being submerged beneath the rising waters of Lake Nasser. In a remarkable feat of engineering and international collaboration, UNESCO launched a campaign to save Abu Simbel. Between 1964 and 1968, the entire temple complex was carefully dismantled, moved block by block, and reconstructed on higher ground. This incredible undertaking ensured that future generations could continue to marvel at the splendor of Abu Simbel. Today, the Temple of Abu Simbel stands as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It attracts visitors from around the globe who come to witness its grandeur, its beauty, and the enduring love story it represents. In the Valley of the Queens lies a tomb as breathtaking as the queen it houses. This is the final resting place of Nefertari, the great royal wife of Ramses II. Unlike other tombs, Nefertari's remained relatively intact for centuries. It offers a rare glimpse into ancient Egyptian beliefs and rituals. The vibrant paintings bring the tomb to life. Every detail speaks of the high regard for Nefertari. It testifies to Ramses II's love and devotion. The paintings within Nefertari's tomb guide us through her journey into the afterlife. We see her being led by Anubis, the jackal-headed god of embalming, towards the Hall of Two Truths. Here, her heart would be weighed against the feather of Ma'at, the goddess of truth and justice. If her heart was found to be pure, lighter than the feather, she would be granted access to the afterlife. She would then join Osiris, the god of the underworld, in eternal paradise. The paintings depict this moment of judgment with palpable tension and hope. Beyond the Hall of Two Truths, the tomb opens up into a series of chambers, each more elaborately decorated than the last. We see Nefertari making offerings to various deities, her piety and devotion evident in every gesture. These scenes aren't merely decorative. They were meant to magically provide Nefertari with everything she would need in the afterlife. Sadly, Nefertari's tomb, despite its grandeur, couldn't protect her remains from the passage of time and the hands of opportunistic robbers. Her mummy, though initially interred with a wealth of treasures, was disturbed in antiquity. Only fragments of her funerary goods were recovered when the tomb was rediscovered in 1904 by Italian archaeologist Ernesto Schiaparelli. Despite the loss and the ravages of time, the tomb of Nefertari remains a treasure trove of information for Egyptologists. The vibrant paintings, the hieroglyphic inscriptions, the layout of the tomb itself, all offer invaluable insights into ancient Egyptian funerary beliefs, religious practices, and artistic achievements. Nefertari's tomb has become a monument to her memory, a testament to the love of a king, the skill of ancient artisans, and the enduring fascination with ancient Egypt. Nefertari's story began in the mists of time, her origins lost to the sands of history. She emerged to become one of ancient Egypt's most celebrated queens. Her name, linked with beauty, grace and power, echoes through the millennia. As the great royal wife of Ramses II, she played a pivotal role in shaping his reign. The monuments dedicated to her, from Abu Simbel to her tomb in the Valley of the Queens, stand as testaments to the love and admiration she inspired. These structures offer us a glimpse into the opulence and grandeur of her time. Nefertari was a woman of substance. Her tomb inscriptions speak of her intelligence, compassion, and devotion. Nefertari's story reminds us that behind every great pharaoh stood an even greater queen. She challenged the traditional image of queens as passive figures. Her legacy continues to captivate us today. Her name graces museums and books, her image in art and culture. She remains an icon of ancient Egypt. Her story is a testament to love, devotion, and the human spirit. My love is unique. No one can rival her, for she is the most beautiful woman alive. Just by passing, she has stolen my heart. Ancient Egypt, a civilization that has fascinated historians, archaeologists, and the general public for centuries. The land of pharaohs and pyramids, a place where the sands of time have preserved the grandeur of a bygone era, a place full of mystery and wonder. The ancient ruins whisper tales of gods and kings, of life and death. But behind the giant monuments and strange hieroglyphs, ancient Egypt had a vibrant musical tradition. Music was an integral part of their daily lives. Music was everywhere in this ancient civilization, from simple homes to grand temples. It was a universal language that transcended social classes. Imagine the sun rising over the Nile River, shining on the fields, the gentle hum of the river, the rustling of the reeds, and the distant sound of a flute. Farmers work in their fields, singing ancient songs. These songs were not just for entertainment. They were a way to pass down stories and traditions. In the busy marketplace, musicians play happy tunes, and their music mixes with the sounds of people buying and selling. The marketplace was a hub of activity, and music added to its vibrancy. Inside the temples, priests performed rituals, singing hymns and playing sacred instruments. These rituals were believed to connect them with the divine. Music wasn't just art in ancient Egypt, it was a big part of their lives. It was woven into the fabric of their society. It showed their happiness and sadness, their beliefs and hopes. Music was a reflection of their emotions and their world-view. It connected them to their gods and celebrated life and death. Music was a bridge between the mortal and the divine. Join us as we travel back in time to explore the music of ancient Egypt. We'll delve into the sounds that echoed through the temples and marketplaces. We'll discover their instruments and learn about their musical traditions. From the simple reed flutes to the elaborate harps, each instrument had its own story. This picture shows us the musical culture of ancient Egypt. The wall paintings are a testament to the importance of music in their society. We see musicians playing harps, their fingers deftly plucking the strings to create melodies that have been lost to time. Flutes, their breath giving life to the music, and drums, the heartbeat of their songs. They look skilled and passionate. Their expressions show a deep connection to their craft. This scene reminds us that music was important to them. It was present in their celebrations, their rituals, and their daily lives. It brought them joy, comfort, and a connection to their gods. Music was the soul of ancient Egypt, a timeless echo of a civilization that continues to captivate us. Music wasn't just for rich people or religious ceremonies in ancient Egypt. Everyone enjoyed music. It was a universal language that transcended social classes and was deeply embedded in the fabric of their daily lives. From the grand palaces of the pharaohs to the humble homes of the common folk, music resonated through the air, bringing joy and solace to all who heard it. It was part of everyday life and all kinds of activities. Whether people were working, relaxing, or celebrating, music was always present. It was as essential to their lives as the Nile River, providing a rhythm to their daily routines and marking the passage of time with its melodies. From working in the fields to celebrating at festivals, music was always there. Farmers would sing as they sowed and harvested their crops, their songs echoing across the fertile lands. These melodies not only made the hard work more bearable, but also synchronized their efforts, making the labor more efficient and harmonious. Think about the hard work of building the pyramids, those huge monuments that we still marvel at today. The construction of these colossal structures required immense physical effort and coordination. Music played a crucial role in this process, helping to maintain the workers' morale and keep them in sync. The work was tough, but the workers sang together. Their voices, rising in unison, created a powerful sense of camaraderie and shared purpose. These songs were not just about passing the time, they were a vital part of the work itself, providing a steady rhythm for the labourers to follow. Their voices, rising and falling, gave them a sense of unity and purpose. The melodies and rhythms helped to coordinate their movements, ensuring that each stone was placed with precision and care. This musical collaboration was a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of the ancient Egyptians. These work songs, passed down from parents to children, helped them work together and kept them going. They were a living tradition, a way of preserving the knowledge and skills of previous generations. Through these songs, the wisdom of the past was carried forward, ensuring that each new generation was equipped to face the challenges of their time. In the busy marketplaces where people sold things and met friends, music created a lively atmosphere. The sounds of merchants calling out their wares, the chatter of customers and the melodies of street musicians blended together to create a vibrant and dynamic soundscape. Musicians, both good and not so good, played their instruments, filling the air with music that attracted crowds. These performers were an integral part of the market experience, drawing people in with their tunes and adding to the overall energy and excitement of the place. Drums, flutes and harps all played together, making the marketplace a fun and exciting place. Each instrument added its own unique flavour to the mix, creating a rich tapestry of sound that reflected the diversity and creativity of ancient Egyptian culture. Festivals and celebrations always had music in ancient Egypt. These events were a time for the community to come together, to celebrate their achievements and to honour their gods. Music was at the heart of these gatherings, providing a soundtrack for the festivities and enhancing the sense of joy and togetherness. These happy events, often celebrating the harvest or honouring their gods, were full of music and dancing. The rhythms of the drums and the melodies of the flutes set the pace for the dancers, who moved with grace and exuberance. These celebrations were a testament to the vitality and spirit of the ancient Egyptians. Imagine a festival for Hathor, the goddess of love, music and joy. The streets would be filled with people, all dressed in their finest clothes, ready to celebrate and give thanks. The air would be alive with the sounds of music and laughter as people danced and sang in honour of the goddess. The air would be filled with the smell of incense, and the streets would be crowded with people in colourful clothes dancing to the music. The vibrant colours and the joyful sounds created an atmosphere of celebration and reverence, a perfect reflection of the ancient Egyptians' love for life and their deep connection to their gods. Whether it was the singing of workers, the music in the marketplace, or the happy melodies of festivals, music was always with the ancient Egyptians. It was a constant presence, a source of comfort and joy that accompanied them through all the ups and downs of life. It comforted them when times were hard, made their happy times even better, and connected them to the world around them. Music was a bridge between the human and the divine, a way of expressing their deepest emotions and their highest aspirations. This picture from a tomb shows us a party in ancient Egypt. The scene is filled with life and energy, capturing a moment of joy and celebration that has been preserved for thousands of years. We see musicians entertaining guests. Their presence at the party highlights the importance of music in social gatherings, providing entertainment and enhancing the overall experience for everyone involved. The details of their instruments, how they sit, and even their faces show us how important music was to their parties. These images give us a glimpse into the past, revealing the central role that music played in the lives of the ancient Egyptians, from the grandest festivals to the most intimate gatherings. Ancient Egyptians didn't just see music as entertainment, it was woven into the very fabric of their daily lives and spiritual practices. It was very important to their religion, serving as a bridge between the mortal and the divine. They believed music connected them to their gods, creating a sacred soundscape that facilitated communication with the divine. They even believed some gods created music, attributing the origins of melodies and rhythms to divine inspiration. Hathor, the cow goddess, was connected to music, dance and joy. She was often depicted with a sistrum, a musical instrument that symbolized her role as a goddess of music. They believed her music was magical and could make both gods and people happy, bringing joy and harmony to the world. Bes, the dwarf god, often shown with a mask and a musical instrument, protected homes and was a patron of music and dance. His presence was believed to ward off evil spirits and bring good fortune. These gods show us how important music was to their religion, as it was intertwined with their beliefs and daily practices. Temples were filled with music, especially during religious ceremonies. The sound of instruments and chanting created an atmosphere of reverence and devotion. Priests, who were often skilled musicians, played music to honor the gods, ask for their help and keep them happy. Their musical performances were seen as offerings, a way to gain favor and ensure the gods' blessings. The sistrum, a kind of rattle, was often played by goddesses. Its distinctive sound was believed to have protective qualities. They believed its shaking sound kept away evil and brought divine protection, creating a sacred space free from negative influences. Playing music was a sacred duty, a way to talk to the gods and keep the world in balance. It was an essential part of their religious rituals and ceremonies. Musicians, especially those in temples, were important people. They were highly respected and their skills were considered divine gifts. Their skills were seen as gifts from the gods, and their music was a way to honor these divine gifts. Their music wasn't just entertainment, it was a way to pray and offer gifts to the heavens. Each note and rhythm was a form of worship, a way to connect with the divine. The importance of music in ancient Egyptian religion reminds us of the power of music. It was a tool for spiritual connection, a means to express faith, and a way to find comfort in the mysteries of life. It can connect us to something bigger than ourselves, transcending the mundane and touching the divine. Their beliefs, though different from ours, show us how music has always been used to express faith, find comfort, and celebrate the mysteries of the universe. The melodies and rhythms of ancient Egypt continue to echo through time, reminding us of the timeless connection between music and spirituality. This beautiful sistrum, with its carvings and sacred pictures, shows us how much they respected their instruments. Each instrument was not just a tool, but a sacred object imbued with spiritual significance. The shaking of this instrument inside a temple would have created a feeling of awe and reverence, connecting people to their gods. The sound resonated through the sacred halls, a reminder of the divine presence in their lives. The sands of Egypt hold more than just ancient ruins and buried treasure. They whisper stories of a civilization that thrived for millennia. Journey with us now as we peel back the layers of time and uncover the culinary world of the ancient Egyptians. Imagine the Nile River, a glistening ribbon of life meandering through the desert. Its fertile banks gave birth to a civilization that would become a beacon of art, architecture and culture. The food of ancient Egypt wasn't merely sustenance. It was a reflection of their beliefs, their social structure, and their deep connection to the land. Through their cuisine, we can catch a glimpse of their world. Their culinary legacy, much like their towering pyramids, stands as a testament to their ingenuity and sophistication. They transformed simple ingredients, gifted to them by the Nile, into dishes both practical and indulgent. They understood the art of flavour, the delicate dance of herbs and spices, and the importance of preserving food in a land where the sun blazed relentlessly. It's time to uncover the secrets of their kitchens, explore the ingredients that graced their tables, and discover the flavours that tantalised their palates. Join us as we embark on a culinary adventure through time. Prepare to be transported back in time to a world where food was more than just sustenance. It was a celebration of life itself. The Nile River, often referred to as the father of life by the ancient Egyptians, was much more than a waterway. It was the lifeblood of the civilization, its ebb and flow dictating the rhythm of their lives. Wheat, barley and emmer, these grains, nurtured by the Nile's annual floods, were the staples of their daily bread. Bread, in its various forms, was the cornerstone of their meals, a testament to the land's generosity. Lentils, chickpeas and fava beans, these protein-rich legumes, added variety and sustenance to their diet. The ancient Egyptians were masters of cultivating the land, coaxing life from the desert with their intricate irrigation systems. Their agricultural prowess ensured a steady supply of these essential crops, forming the foundation of a cuisine that was as diverse as it was nourishing. Onions, garlic and leeks, these pungent bulbs, added depth and complexity to their dishes. Lettuce, cucumbers and radishes, these refreshing vegetables, provided a welcome respite from the desert heat. Dates, figs and pomegranates, these sweet treats, offered a burst of natural sugar and were enjoyed fresh or dried. The Nile Valley, with its fertile soil and predictable floods, provided the ancient Egyptians with a rich tapestry of flavours. They embraced the land's offerings, incorporating a variety of vegetables and fruits into their diet, creating a cuisine that was both flavourful and nutritious. Fish, abundant in the Nile, was a staple protein source, particularly for those living near the river. Fish was often dried, salted or smoked, preserving it for leaner times. Fowls such as ducks, geese and pigeons were also a part of their diet. Meat from cattle, sheep and goats was a more luxurious food, reserved for special occasions or the elite. The ancient Egyptians were skilled hunters and fishermen, supplementing their plant-based diet with protein from the Nile and the surrounding land. From the humble fisherman to the wealthy landowner, protein sources varied, reflecting the social hierarchy of the time. Imagine the aroma of roasted meat filling the air during a feast, a symbol of wealth and prosperity. While the common people of Egypt relied on the Nile's bounty for their sustenance, the pharaohs and the elite enjoyed a lavish and diverse diet. For the pharaohs, food was not merely fuel. It was a symbol of their status, power, and divine right to rule. Spices like cumin, coriander and saffron imported from distant lands infused their dishes with exotic aromas and tastes. Honey, a symbol of wealth and luxury, was used liberally to sweeten their food and drinks. The pharaohs dined on delicacies that were beyond the reach of ordinary Egyptians. Their tables boasted roasted gazelle, wild duck, and even ostrich, hunted in the distant deserts and brought back to the palace as a testament to their power. Wine, a symbol of celebration and abundance, flowed freely at these lavish banquets. Sweets, made with honey, dates and figs, provided a sweet ending to their extravagant meals. The pharaoh's meals were a far cry from the simple fare of their subjects. Their diets were a reflection of their wealth, power and access to resources that were beyond the reach of ordinary Egyptians. The pharaoh, considered a living god, had access to the most exclusive and luxurious foods, a diet designed to reflect his divine status. His meals were prepared by a dedicated team of cooks who adhered to strict rituals and guidelines to ensure their purity and quality. While the pharaohs and the elite indulged in lavish feasts, the lives of ordinary Egyptians revolved around a more modest but no less flavorful culinary tradition. Imagine bustling marketplaces, filled with the sights, sounds and smells of daily life, where farmers brought their produce, fishermen their catch, and bakers their freshly baked bread. The common people, while not privy to the exotic ingredients that graced the pharaoh's tables, possessed a deep understanding of how to transform simple, locally sourced ingredients into satisfying and flavorful meals. They understood the art of preserving food, drying fish and meats in the scorching desert sun, pickling vegetables in vinegar and salt, ensuring that nothing went to waste. Their meals were a celebration of the Nile's bounty, a testament to their resilience and their ability to adapt to the challenges of their environment. The ancient Egyptians, masters of agriculture, cultivated a dazzling array of fruits that thrived in the fertile Nile Valley. Dates, with their sticky sweetness and chewy texture, were a staple food, a source of natural sugar and energy. Dates were enjoyed fresh, dried, used to sweeten cakes and breads, or even fermented into a mildly alcoholic beverage. Figs, plump and bursting with juicy sweetness, were another beloved fruit. Figs were eaten fresh, dried into chewy treats, or used to make jams and preserves. Pomegranates, with their jewel-toned seeds and tart, refreshing flavour, were highly prized. Pomegranates were enjoyed fresh, their juice used to make refreshing drinks, or their seeds sprinkled over salads and desserts for a touch of colour and tang. Grapes, cultivated in vineyards that stretched along the Nile Delta, were a symbol of abundance and celebration. Grapes were enjoyed fresh, dried into raisins, or most famously fermented into wine, a beverage enjoyed by both the living and the dead. Watermelons, with their juicy, refreshing flesh, provided a welcome respite from the desert heat. Watermelons were enjoyed fresh, their juice quenching thirst and providing much-needed hydration under the scorching sun. These fruits, gifts of the fertile Nile Valley, were more than just food to the ancient Egyptians. They were symbols of life, abundance, and the generosity of the gods. They were woven into the fabric of their daily lives, their flavors enjoyed by pharaohs and peasants alike. Fishermen skilled in the art of netting and trapping would cast their nets into the Nile's waters, hauling in a variety of fish from small perch to large Nile perch, their silver scales glinting in the sun. Fish, a valuable source of protein, was prepared in a variety of ways. It was grilled over open fires, baked in clay ovens, dried in the sun, or salted and preserved for leaner times. While fish was a staple for many, meat was a more luxurious food, reserved for special occasions or for those who could afford it. Cattle, sheep and goats, domesticated animals that grazed on the fertile land along the Nile, provided a source of meat, milk and hides. Hunting, while not as prevalent as fishing or animal husbandry, also played a role in providing meat for the Egyptian table. Honey, often referred to as liquid gold by the ancient Egyptians, was far more than just a sweetener. It was a symbol of purity, a gift from the gods and a prized ingredient in their culinary repertoire. Honey was used to sweeten cakes, pastries and desserts, adding a touch of luxury to their otherwise simple fare. But honey's role in ancient Egyptian cuisine extended far beyond sweetening. It was used as a glaze for roasted meats, its sweetness caramelizing over the fire, creating a rich, flavorful crust. Honey was also used as a preservative, its antibacterial properties extending the shelf life of fruits, vegetables, and even meats. The ancient Egyptians, renowned for their trade networks that spanned the ancient world, had access to a treasure trove of spices, each one adding its unique flavor and aroma to their cuisine. Imagine caravans laden with exotic spices arriving from distant lands, their arrival a cause for celebration in the bustling marketplaces of ancient Egypt. Cumin, with its warm, earthy flavor, was a staple spice used generously in stews, soups and roasted meats. Imagine the comforting aroma of cumin seeds toasted in a clay pot, their essential oils released, filling the air with their warm, inviting scent. Coriander, with its citrusy, slightly sweet flavor, was another favorite, used to add a refreshing note to dishes. Imagine the delicate green leaves of the coriander plant, chopped finely and sprinkled over salads, stews and even desserts. Their fresh, vibrant flavor, a welcome contrast to the richness of many Egyptian dishes. Fennel, with its licorice-like flavor, was used to add a subtle aniseed note to dishes, particularly those featuring fish or seafood. Imagine the delicate fronds of the fennel bulb, used to infuse broths and stews with their unique flavor, adding a layer of complexity to the overall taste. The ancient Egyptians were remarkably innovative in their culinary practices. They developed techniques for preserving food and brewing beverages. Fermentation was well understood by the ancient Egyptians. They used it to create beer, a staple drink. Bread making involved sourdough starter, giving bread its tangy flavor. They also created sweets using honey, dates, figs and nuts. These innovations left an indelible mark on the world of food and drink. Our journey through the kitchens and fields of ancient Egypt draws to a close, leaving us with a profound appreciation for a civilization that understood the art of sustenance and celebration. We've explored the bounty of the Nile, from its humble grains to its succulent fruits, witnessing how these simple ingredients were transformed into meals that nourished both body and soul. Imagine the echoes of laughter and conversation around a fire as families gathered to share their daily bread, the aroma of spices mingling with the smoke, creating a sensory experience that transcended time. Food wasn't merely fuel for the ancient Egyptians. It was a thread that wove together the fabric of their society, connecting them to the land, their gods, and each other. We've delved into the grand feasts of the pharaohs, where exotic delicacies and imported spices were a testament to their power and influence. Yet, even amidst such opulence, the essence of Egyptian cuisine remained rooted in the land's bounty, a reminder that even the most powerful rulers were ultimately dependent on the Nile's generosity. From the humblest farmer to the mighty pharaoh, food played a pivotal role in shaping the lives, beliefs, and traditions of this remarkable civilization. Their culinary legacy, much like their towering pyramids, stands as a testament to their ingenuity, resourcefulness, and deep-rooted connection to the natural world. As we bid farewell to the sights, smells, and tastes of ancient Egypt, let us carry with us a newfound appreciation for the simple yet profound act of sharing a meal. Their story reminds us that food is more than just sustenance. It's a celebration of life, a bridge across cultures and generations, and a powerful reminder of our shared humanity. The echoes of their culinary traditions can still be heard in the cuisines of modern Egypt and beyond, a testament to the enduring legacy of a civilization that understood the true meaning of a life well lived, one shared with loved ones, around a table laden with the fruits of the earth. Their story is a reminder that even as time marches on, the fundamental human need for nourishment and connection remains unchanged. So the next time you break bread with loved ones, take a moment to appreciate the legacy of the ancient Egyptians, whose culinary innovations continue to enrich our lives today. Their story, etched in stone and whispered by the desert winds, reminds us that even the grandest civilizations are built upon the simple foundation of a shared meal. In the heart of ancient Egypt, a silent sentinel stands against the sands of time. The Temple of Edfu, a monumental testament to the power of belief, beckons us to unravel its mysteries. Here, on the banks of the majestic Nile, the echoes of pharaohs and priests whisper through the ages. The Temple of Edfu is a journey through time, a portal to a world of gods and pharaohs. Join us now as we venture into the heart of this ancient marvel, peeling back the layers of time to reveal its secrets. Nestled on the west bank of the Nile, the Temple of Edfu enjoys a privileged location. This mighty river, the lifeblood of Egypt, was more than just a waterway. The Nile's annual floods, predictable and life-giving, were seen as a blessing from the gods. The ancient Egyptians believed that their pharaohs were divine intermediaries between the gods and humanity. The Temple of Edfu was one such temple, a beacon of devotion dedicated to the falcon-headed god Horus. The Egyptians carefully chose the temple's placement to align with significant celestial events. The Nile, a constant presence throughout Egyptian history, played a vital role in the construction and sustenance of the Temple of Edfu. The story of Edfu Temple begins with the echoes of Alexander the Great's conquests. After his death, the Ptolemaic kingdom, a dynasty of Greek origin, rose to rule over Egypt. Construction commenced in 237 BC during the reign of Ptolemy III. This period marked a fascinating fusion of cultures, evident in the temple's architecture, blending Egyptian design with Hellenistic influences. Imagine the scene. Thousands of labourers, skilled artisans and master craftsmen toiling under the scorching Egyptian sun. The temple, built entirely of sandstone, stands as a testament to their dedication and skill. The massive pylons, adorned with intricate reliefs, served as powerful symbols of royal authority and divine protection. Within the temple walls, a forest of towering columns leads to the inner sanctuaries. Every element was carefully planned to align with celestial events and honor the gods. As the Ptolemaic dynasty waned and the Roman Empire rose, the sands of time began to bury the Temple of Edfu. For centuries it lay dormant, its magnificent halls slowly filling with the desert's relentless embrace. In the 19th century, explorers and archaeologists turned their attention to the temple. French scholar Auguste Mariette initiated excavations in 1860. Buried beneath centuries of sand lay one of the best preserved temples in all of Egypt. The Temple of Edfu is a testament to one of ancient Egypt's most beloved deities, Horus, the falcon-headed god. Horus represented kingship, protection, sky and the sun. The Egyptians believed that Horus, with his keen eyesight, could see all that transpired on earth. To stand within the Temple of Edfu is to stand in the presence of Horus. Every pillar, every carving, every inscription whispers tales of his might and benevolence. Horus was intricately linked to the institution of pharaohship. The Egyptians believed that their rulers were the living embodiment of Horus on earth. The temple walls are adorned with scenes of Horus vanquishing his enemies, most notably Set, the god of chaos. These depictions served as a potent reminder that Horus, and by extension the pharaoh, was the protector of Egypt. The story of Horus is deeply intertwined with the Osiris myth. According to legend, Osiris was murdered by his jealous brother, Set. Isis, Osiris's devoted wife, magically resurrected him long enough to conceive their son, Horus. Horus, as the son of Osiris, was the rightful heir to the throne of Egypt. The Temple of Edfu contains numerous depictions of the Osiris myth, highlighting its importance within the Egyptian religious landscape. The Temple of Edfu pulsed with life, its rhythms intertwined with the Nile and the celestial dance of the sun and stars. This was a sacred calendar etched in stone, marking the passage of time through elaborate festivals and rituals. One of the most important festivals celebrated at Edfu was the annual Good Union ceremony. This grand event involved a procession of priests carrying sacred statues of Horus from Edfu to the temple of Hathor at Dendera. The daily life of the Temple of Edfu revolved around a complex series of rituals meticulously performed by the priests. These rituals were believed to be essential for the continued well-being of Egypt. The rituals often involved the presentation of offerings to the gods, ranging from simple gifts of food and drink to more elaborate offerings. The priests were also responsible for maintaining the temple's physical structure, ensuring its cleanliness, and performing regular repairs. At the very heart of the Temple of Edfu lay the sanctuary, the most sacred space within the complex. This was the dwelling place of the god, where his presence was believed to be most potent. Within the sanctuary stood the naos, a small shrine-like structure containing the cult statue of Horus. The sanctuary was a place of profound mystery, its rituals shrouded in secrecy. The walls of Edfu Temple whisper of Horus's epic struggle against darkness, the myth of Horus and Set. Set, the embodiment of chaos, murders his brother, Osiris, god of the underworld. From this tragedy rises Horus, determined to avenge his father and restore balance to the universe. Their conflict is a cosmic battle for the very soul of Egypt. Every depiction of Horus triumphant reinforces the message of hope, that even in the face of darkness, light will ultimately prevail. The struggle between Horus and Set wasn't confined to the celestial realm, you see. It spilled over into the earthly domain, mirroring the very real challenges faced by the ancient Egyptians. They lived in a land of both abundance and harshness, where the Nile's life-giving floods could turn destructive, where neighbouring kingdoms posed constant threats. Imagine the anxieties of a people dependent on the Nile's fickle favour. A delayed flood could mean famine, a powerful storm could devastate crops. These natural occurrences weren't just bad luck, they were seen as manifestations of Set's chaotic influence, disrupting the order established by Horus. The pharaoh, as Horus's earthly representative, bore the immense responsibility of maintaining this order. He wasn't just a political leader, he was a warrior king, tasked with repelling invaders, ensuring justice within his kingdom, and performing rituals to appease the gods and maintain cosmic balance. This is why the temple walls are adorned with scenes of pharaohs smiting enemies, subduing wild animals, and making offerings to the gods. These aren't mere boasts of military prowess, they're symbolic reenactments of Horus's triumph over Set, a powerful reminder that even in the face of adversity, order will be restored. The myth of Horus and Set doesn't end in endless conflict, you see. It culminates in a satisfying resolution, one that resonated deeply with the ancient Egyptians and continues to hold meaning for us today. After a protracted struggle, often depicted in vivid detail within Edfu's inner sanctuaries, Horus emerges victorious. Imagine the collective sigh of relief, the sense of justice prevailing as Horus, through strength and cunning, vanquishes Set, banishing chaos and restoring his father to his rightful place in the underworld. This victory wasn't just a personal triumph, it was a cosmic reset, reaffirming the belief that order would always prevail. But the story doesn't end there. Horus, in a display of magnanimity and wisdom, doesn't seek to eradicate Set entirely. He recognizes that a degree of chaos is necessary for creation, for change, for the very cycle of life and death itself. Instead, he subjugates Set, binds him, and integrates him into the cosmic order. This act of integration speaks volumes about the ancient Egyptians' understanding of the world. They recognized that life wasn't about absolutes, about good versus evil, but about balance, about finding harmony between opposing forces. It's a message as relevant today as it was millennia ago, a timeless reminder that true peace lies in embracing complexity and seeking reconciliation, not annihilation. The Temple of Edfu is an intricate puzzle box, its walls adorned with narratives, historical records, and religious texts. Imagine ancient scribes meticulously applying sacred symbols to the temple walls. They were artists, historians, and theologians, preserving knowledge for generations. The Edfu building texts provide detailed accounts of the temple's construction. The walls also feature hymns, prayers, and mythological narratives. Each carving is a piece of a larger puzzle still being pieced together. For millennia, the Nile River, lifeblood of Egypt, flowed to Edfu Temple's doorstep. Imagine barges and pilgrims arriving, the air alive with activity. The Nile was integral to the temple, symbolizing life and renewal, but the Nile's course shifted eastward over centuries. Edfu Temple now stands inland, far from the river. This shift was a slow, almost imperceptible process. Today the Nile flows far from the temple, its waterfront a memory. Yet the fertile fields around Edfu still sustain the local community. The Nile's legacy endures, a link to the past. The Nile's shift reminds us of the transient nature of monuments. It speaks to the ever-changing dynamics between humanity and nature. Edfu Temple stands as a testament to human ingenuity and the enduring allure of the past. As the sun dips below the horizon, casting long shadows across the temple of Edfu, we reflect on its enduring legacy. This isn't just a collection of ancient stones, but a testament to the human spirit's boundless capacity for belief and creativity. Imagine the countless lives touched by this sacred space, the pharaohs, priests, and ordinary Egyptians. Their presence lingers still, echoing through the centuries, reminding us that we too are part of this ongoing human story. The Temple of Edfu stands as a beacon, beckoning us to look beyond our modern world. In understanding the past, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves. Deep in the annals of time, long before the pyramids pierced the sky, there existed a period shrouded in mystery and wonder. We journey back to the land of the Nile, thousands of years before the rise of the first dynasty, to a time known as Predynastic Egypt. From roughly 6000 to 3150 BC, this era witnessed the birth of Egyptian civilization, a period of profound cultural and technological advancements. Imagine a land untouched by the grandeur of the later dynasties, a time when small villages dotted the Nile Valley. The Nile, the lifeblood of Egypt, played a pivotal role in shaping their destiny, providing fertile land for cultivation and a vital artery for trade and communication. Predynastic Egypt, often overlooked in favour of its more illustrious successors, holds the key to understanding the very essence of ancient Egyptian civilization. It was during this formative period that many of the hallmarks of Egyptian culture first emerged, from their distinctive artistic styles to their complex religious beliefs. Their innovations in agriculture, their mastery of craft, and their early forays into social organization laid the foundation for the rise of one of the most enduring and influential civilizations the world has ever known. The legacy of pre-dynastic Egypt is not merely confined to dusty artifacts and crumbling ruins. It is a testament to the enduring power of human ingenuity. From the humble farmers and artisans to the powerful chieftains who shaped the destiny of their people, we will uncover the stories that illuminate the dawn of Egyptian civilization. Our journey into pre-dynastic Egypt begins with the Badarian culture, a people who inhabited the fertile plains of Upper Egypt from around 4500 to 4000 BC. Named after the archaeological site of El Badari, where their remains were first unearthed, the Badarian people represent one of the earliest identifiable cultures in this ancient land. These were skilled farmers, cultivating crops such as wheat and barley along the banks of the Nile, their lives intertwined with the ebb and flow of the great river. Their pottery in particular stands as a testament to their artistic skills and technological prowess. The Badarian people are known for their distinctive black-topped pottery, a hallmark of their culture that has captivated archaeologists and art historians alike. These finely made vessels, often adorned with intricate incised decorations, were not merely utilitarian objects. They were expressions of artistry and craftsmanship. The black-topped finish, achieved through a meticulous process of firing and burnishing, created a striking contrast against the reddish-brown clay, showcasing their technical ingenuity. This trade, likely involving goods such as obsidian, precious stones, and perhaps even ideas, highlights their connection to the wider world and their role in shaping the cultural landscape of pre-dynastic Egypt. Life and death in the Badarian world offer us fascinating insights into their belief systems. They carefully buried their dead in shallow graves, often in a contracted position, accompanied by grave goods such as pottery vessels, cosmetic palettes, and personal ornaments. These offerings, intended to accompany the deceased into the afterlife, reflect their belief in a continued existence beyond the realm of the living. The presence of cosmetics suggests a desire to maintain one's appearance even in death, while the inclusion of food and drink points to a belief in the need for sustenance in the afterlife. These early expressions of social differentiation foreshadow the complex social structures that would characterize later Egyptian society. As we delve deeper into pre-dynastic Egypt, we encounter the Naqada culture, named after the modern city of Naqada, where their remains were first discovered. Flourishing from approximately 4000 to 3000 BC, the Naqada period witnessed a significant expansion in population, territory and cultural sophistication. The Naqada people, building upon the foundations laid by their predecessors, ushered in an era of unprecedented unity and prosperity. This increased interaction fostered cultural exchange and led to the development of a more homogeneous society, paving the way for the emergence of a unified Egyptian state. The Naqada period witnessed a remarkable flourishing of art and craftsmanship, evident in their exquisitely crafted pottery, intricate jewellery and elaborate cosmetics. Naqada pottery, distinct from its Badarian predecessor, featured a wider range of shapes and sizes, often adorned with elaborate painted decorations. These paintings offer a glimpse into their daily lives, depicting scenes of hunting, fishing, religious rituals, and even warfare. The discovery of copper tools and weapons signifies a shift towards more advanced technologies and the growing importance of warfare in their society. The seeds of complexity, social hierarchy and the rise of elites. As the Naqada culture flourished, so too did the complexities of their social structure. Evidence suggests a growing disparity in wealth and status, with an elite class emerging to dominate the social hierarchy. This is reflected in the increasingly elaborate burials of this period, with some individuals interred in large mud-brick tombs accompanied by a wealth of grave goods. This disparity in burial practices points to a growing social stratification and the emergence of a powerful ruling class who controlled resources and commanded authority. The seeds of complexity sown during the Naqada era would blossom into the sophisticated political and social structures that characterized ancient Egyptian civilization for centuries to come. Monuments in the making, early tombs and their significance. The sands of time whisper tales of ancient rituals and beliefs, and nowhere is this more evident than in the tombs of pre-dynastic Egypt. Unlike the shallow pit graves of the earlier Badarian period, Naqada tombs began to display a greater degree of architectural complexity. Constructed from mud brick, these tombs often featured multiple chambers, providing ample space for the deceased and their funerary offerings. The inclusion of personal belongings, pottery and food offerings within these tombs speaks volumes about their beliefs in the afterlife. These early tombs, therefore, serve as tangible expressions of their evolving cosmology and their reverence for the dead. Settlements of the soul, exploring pre-dynastic villages and homes. Beyond the realm of the dead, the settlements of the living provide further insights into the social fabric and daily lives of pre-dynastic Egyptians. Clustered along the banks of the Nile, these villages, often fortified for protection, served as hubs of agricultural activity and community life. Crafted from mud brick, the houses of this era, though simple in design, reveal a remarkable degree of practicality and resourcefulness. These settlements offer a glimpse into the social dynamics, economic activities and domestic routines that shaped the lives of these early Egyptians. The Nile, the lifeblood of Egypt, flowed through the heart of the land, shaping not only its geography but also its destiny. This mighty river, originating in the heart of Africa, carved its way northwards, dividing the land into two distinct regions, Upper and Lower Egypt. Upper Egypt, encompassing the narrow Nile Valley stretching from modern-day Aswan to Cairo, was a land of rugged cliffs, fertile floodplains, and close proximity to the desert. Lower Egypt, in contrast, encompassed the sprawling Nile Delta, where the river fanned out into a network of channels before emptying into the Mediterranean Sea. Despite their geographical and cultural distinctions, Upper and Lower Egypt were inextricably linked by the Nile. This interconnectedness fostered cultural exchange and laid the groundwork for the eventual unification of the two lands under a single ruler. Upper Egypt, often referred to as Tashemau, meaning land of reeds or land of the south, was characterized by its rugged terrain and its reliance on the annual flooding of the Nile for agriculture. The rich black silt deposited by the receding floodwaters known as Kemet gave the land its fertility and earned Egypt its ancient name, Kemet, the Black Land. The people of Upper Egypt developed a deep reverence for the Nile, recognizing its life-giving properties and its central role in their cosmology. This artistic tradition, evident in their pottery, rock art, and early forms of hieroglyphic writing, reflects their connection to their environment and their unique cultural identity. Lower Egypt, known as Tamehu, meaning land of the north, stood in stark contrast to its southern counterpart. The Nile Delta, a vast expanse of fertile land crisscrossed by a network of canals and lagoons, offered abundant resources and a more temperate climate. This region, open to the Mediterranean Sea, became a melting pot of cultures, influenced by trade and interactions with neighbouring civilizations. The people of Lower Egypt, surrounded by water, developed a close relationship with the sea and its bounty. The fertile lands of Lower Egypt supported a denser population compared to the south, leading to the development of larger settlements and more complex social structures. The abundance of resources and the opportunities for trade fostered economic prosperity and cultural exchange, making Lower Egypt a hub of innovation and artistic expression. Among the many artifacts unearthed from the sands of time, few hold the historical weight of the Narmer palette. This intricately carved stone slab, dating back to around 3100 BC, provides a tangible link between pre-dynastic Egypt and the dawn of the First Dynasty. On its surface, the palette depicts a king, widely believed to be Narmer, wearing the white crown of Upper Egypt and, in another scene, the red crown of Lower Egypt. This dual depiction is highly significant, suggesting Narmer's role in unifying the two lands under his rule, marking a pivotal moment in Egyptian history. Beyond its political implications, the Narmer palette offers valuable insights into the artistic conventions and religious beliefs of the time. The figures are depicted in a distinctive style, with exaggerated proportions and a profile view, a hallmark of Egyptian art that would endure for centuries. The presence of mythical creatures, such as intertwined serpents and a bull trampling its enemies, hints at the developing religious beliefs of the period, with animals playing a prominent role in their cosmology. This artifact, therefore, serves as a window into a pivotal moment in Egyptian history, capturing the essence of a society on the cusp of a new era. Predynastic Egypt's ingenuity and resilience laid the groundwork for one of history's most enduring civilizations. From Badarian culture to Naqada societies, their innovations in agriculture, pottery and metalworking paved the way for the pharaohs. Their legacy is a testament to human creativity, shaping the course of history. Predynastic Egypt, often shrouded in mystery, laid the foundation for a great civilization. From humble farmers to skilled artisans, their innovations echo through time. They transformed the landscape into a cradle of civilization. Their legacy is a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. As we marvel at ancient Egypt, remember those pioneers. The sands of time hold countless stories, whispers of civilizations long gone. Unravelling these mysteries is the pursuit of archaeology, a field forever changed by the work of Sir William Matthew Flinders Petrie. Born in 1853, Petrie's name has become synonymous with meticulous excavation and groundbreaking discoveries. Petrie's approach to archaeology was revolutionary, emphasizing careful observation, detailed recording and the preservation of even the smallest artifacts. This marked a stark contrast to the treasure-hunting mentality that had often characterized earlier excavations. Petrie's commitment to scientific rigor laid the foundation for modern archaeological practices. Born in Charlton, England, young William's fascination with the past began early. Homeschooled and encouraged by his surveyor father, he developed a keen eye for detail and a passion for history. While other children played games, Petrie explored ancient British sites, sketching ruins and collecting artifacts. These formative experiences ignited a lifelong desire to understand the people and cultures of bygone eras. His early studies focused on surveying and engineering, skills that would prove invaluable in his archaeological pursuits. However, Petrie's true passion lay in uncovering the secrets of the past. In 1880, at the age of 27, Petrie embarked on his first expedition to the land of the pharaohs, a journey that would forever alter the course of his life and the field of archaeology itself. Arriving in Egypt, a land shimmering with heat and ancient stories, the young Petrie was captivated. He was determined to bring a new level of scientific rigor to the field, moving beyond the treasure hunting that characterized many excavations of the time. His early work took him to the pyramids of Giza, majestic monuments that had captivated imaginations for millennia. While others had been drawn to the grandeur of the pyramids themselves, Petrie focused on the surrounding areas, the workers' villages and cemeteries. He believed that understanding the lives of the people who built these incredible structures was just as important as understanding the pharaohs they entombed. Petrie's work at Giza garnered attention, and he soon found himself leading excavations at Tanis, an ancient Egyptian capital in the Nile Delta. Here he unearthed the royal tombs of the 21st and 22nd dynasties, a period of Egyptian history shrouded in mystery. These tombs, filled with gold, silver and intricate jewellery, yielded a wealth of information about a turbulent and often overlooked era. But it wasn't just the opulence of the treasures that fascinated Petrie. He was equally captivated by the everyday objects, the pottery shards, tools and toys that offered glimpses into the lives of ordinary Egyptians. Through his meticulous excavations at Giza and Tanis, Petrie was building a reputation as a skilled and insightful archaeologist. One of Petrie's most significant contributions to archaeology was his development of sequence dating, a groundbreaking method for establishing chronological order in archaeological contexts. He observed that pottery styles evolved over time, and that by carefully analyzing and categorizing these styles, it was possible to create a relative timeline for different layers of an excavation site. Petrie's system of sequence dating revolutionized archaeology, providing a framework for understanding the chronology of ancient cultures. It allowed archaeologists to move beyond vague assumptions and establish a more accurate understanding of the relationships between different sites and artifacts. His work laid the foundation for more sophisticated dating methods such as radiocarbon dating, which would be developed decades later. Petrie's unwavering commitment to meticulous fieldwork, scientific rigor, and the preservation of archaeological heritage established a new standard for the field. By the late 19th century, Petrie's reputation as a meticulous archaeologist had spread. He turned his attention to Tel el-Hesi, a mound in southern Palestine that held the ruins of an ancient city. Layers upon layers of human occupation promised a treasure trove of information, a window into millennia of history. The site was a complex puzzle, with remnants of various civilizations piled one atop another. But Petrie, with his characteristic systematic approach, embraced the challenge. By analyzing the pottery fragments from different layers at Tel el-Hesi, Petrie was able to establish a relative chronological sequence for the site, a breakthrough that revolutionized archaeological dating. In 1896, while excavating the ruins of an ancient temple at Thebes, Petrie stumbled upon a discovery that would reverberate through the halls of history, the Merneptah stele. This large granite slab inscribed with hieroglyphics had been repurposed as building material by later pharaohs, its significance lying dormant for centuries. The stele, standing over 10 feet tall, was a testament to the ambition and might of Pharaoh Merneptah, son of the legendary Rameses II. It detailed Merneptah's military campaigns and victories, boasting of his triumphs over enemies in Libya and Canaan. But it was a single line tucked away among the boasts of conquest that would electrify the world of biblical archaeology. This inscription, now known as the Israel stele, is the earliest known reference to Israel outside of the Bible. The discovery of the Merneptah stele sent shockwaves through the world of biblical scholarship. Here, in an Egyptian text, was independent confirmation of a people known as Israel existing in Canaan during the late Bronze Age, a period corresponding to the biblical account of the Exodus and the conquest of Canaan. The stele provided tangible historical evidence that corroborated, at least in part, the biblical narrative, sparking intense debate and discussion. Petrie, ever the meticulous scholar, approached the inscription with caution. He recognized the significance of the find, but also the need for careful analysis and interpretation. The Merneptah stele became a cornerstone of biblical archaeology, sparking decades of research and debate about the relationship between the biblical account and archaeological evidence. The discovery of the Merneptah stele cemented Petrie's status as a giant in the field of archaeology. Yet his most enduring legacy lies not just in his individual discoveries, but in his revolutionary approach to the discipline itself. Petrie was among the first to recognize that archaeology was more than just treasure hunting. It was a scientific endeavor that demanded rigor, precision, and a deep respect for the past. Prior to Petrie, excavations were often haphazard affairs, more akin to treasure hunts than scientific investigations. Petrie, however, insisted on a systematic approach. By understanding the context in which an object was found, Petrie could piece together a more complete picture of the past. Petrie's commitment to meticulous excavation extended to his unwavering belief in the importance of artifact preservation. He recognized that these fragments of the past were not just curiosities to be displayed, but vital pieces of evidence that held the key to understanding past civilizations. He established strict protocols for the handling and documentation of artifacts, ensuring that even the smallest fragments were carefully catalogued and stored. He understood that future generations of scholars would build upon his work, and that preserving the integrity of the archaeological record was paramount. Petrie's advocacy for preservation went beyond words. He established museums in Egypt and England to house the artifacts he unearthed, ensuring their protection and accessibility for future generations. Petrie's impact extended far beyond his own excavations and discoveries. He was a gifted teacher and mentor, inspiring a new generation of archaeologists to embrace his rigorous methods and unwavering commitment to preservation. He established archaeological training programs both in England and Egypt, where he instilled in his students the importance of meticulous fieldwork, scientific observation, and a deep respect for the cultures they were studying. Petrie's students went on to become leading figures in the field, disseminating his methods and principles across the globe. His influence can be seen in the work of countless archaeologists who followed, from the deserts of Egypt to the jungles of South America. As Petrie's career progressed, he became increasingly concerned about the threats facing Egypt's archaeological treasures. He witnessed firsthand the damage being inflicted by uncontrolled tourism, looting, and the encroachment of modern development. He recognized that if these irreplaceable pieces of the past were to be saved for future generations, urgent action was needed. Petrie became a vocal advocate for the preservation of Egypt's cultural heritage. He lobbied tirelessly for the creation of antiquities laws and the establishment of government agencies tasked with protecting archaeological sites. His efforts, while often met with resistance, helped to lay the groundwork for the modern field of cultural heritage management in Egypt. Sir William Matthew Flinders Petrie, the boy who had once explored ancient British ruins, left an indelible mark on the world of archaeology. He revolutionized the field, transforming it from a pursuit of treasures to a rigorous scientific discipline. His meticulous methods, his unwavering commitment to preservation, and his passion for understanding the past continue to inspire generations of archaeologists. His legacy is etched in the countless artifacts he unearthed, carefully preserved and displayed in museums around the world. It lives on in the meticulous records he kept, a treasure trove of information that continues to fuel research and discovery. His work reminds us that the past is not a distant, irrelevant realm, but a vibrant tapestry that continues to shape our present and our future. Herodotus possessed a keen eye for observation and a passion for collecting stories. He sought out learned men and women, engaging them in lively discussions. He listened intently to tales whispered in marketplaces and songs sung in royal courts. He believed in the power of first-hand experience, venturing into remote regions to witness life in all its diversity. Herodotus understood that to truly comprehend the world, one had to explore its every corner. Egypt, with its ancient pyramids that have stood the test of time, towering majestically over the desert landscape, and enigmatic hieroglyphs that tell stories of gods, kings, and everyday life, held a particular allure for Herodotus. It was a land steeped in history, its origins lost to the mists of time, where every stone and ruin whispered secrets of a bygone era. Herodotus was captivated by the grandeur of its monuments, the towering statues that seemed to touch the sky, and the complexity of its civilization, a society that thrived with bustling marketplaces and intricate social structures. Herodotus immersed himself in Egyptian culture, engaging with priests, scribes, and ordinary people, learning from their daily lives and traditions. He learned about their religious beliefs, their social customs, and their understanding of the cosmos, which was deeply intertwined with their daily existence. He was fascinated by their stories of gods and pharaohs, tales of divine rulers and mythical beings, of creation and the afterlife, where elaborate burial practices ensured a journey to the next world. He recognized that Egypt offered a unique perspective on the human experience, a civilization that had mastered the art of living in harmony with the natural and supernatural worlds. Herodotus was a pioneer in the field of history, often referred to as the father of history, due to his groundbreaking work in documenting the past. However, his methods differed greatly from the rigorous standards of modern scholarship. Unlike today's historians, who rely on a combination of primary sources, archaeological evidence, and peer-reviewed research, Herodotus had to navigate a world where written records were scarce and often unreliable. He relied heavily on oral accounts, gathering stories from a wide range of sources. These included local storytellers, travelers, and merchants, each with their own version of events. Herodotus understood that history was often passed down through generations, shaped by the memories and perspectives of those who recounted it. This oral tradition was a double-edged sword. While it preserved the essence of events, it also allowed for embellishments and alterations over time. The stories he collected were like pieces of a puzzle, each one offering a glimpse into the past, but none providing a complete picture. The hieroglyphics and inscriptions he encountered were invaluable, yet they too were subject to interpretation. Herodotus recognized the subjective nature of his sources, but believed that by collecting multiple perspectives, he could approach a semblance of truth. He was aware that each account was colored by the teller's own experiences and biases. While Herodotus valued first-hand observation, he also relied on the interpretations of local guides and experts. These individuals provided him with insights that he could not have gained on his own. He understood that these guides and experts had spent their lives immersed in the culture and history of their land, making their knowledge indispensable. He consulted with Egyptian priests who possessed a deep knowledge of their history and religion. These priests were the keepers of sacred texts and oral traditions, offering Herodotus a wealth of information. He sought out Greek merchants and travelers who had spent years in Egypt, absorbing its culture. These individuals provided a unique perspective, bridging the gap between Greek and Egyptian worlds. He recognized that to fully understand a place, one had to rely on the knowledge of those who knew it best. This meant listening to the voices of the people who lived there, who had experienced its history firsthand. Herodotus's approach to history was not without its flaws. His reliance on oral accounts and second-hand information sometimes led him astray. He sometimes struggled to differentiate between fact and legend, accepting fantastical stories at face value. These tales, while captivating, often blurred the line between history and myth. He acknowledged the limitations of his own knowledge, often presenting conflicting accounts side by side. This approach allowed readers to see the diversity of perspectives, but also highlighted the uncertainties inherent in his work. However, his willingness to embrace uncertainty and to present multiple perspectives distinguished him as a historian. He was not afraid to admit when he did not know the full story, and he left room for future scholars to build upon his work. He understood that history was not simply a collection of facts, but a complex tapestry woven from memory, interpretation, and imagination. This holistic approach allowed him to capture the richness and complexity of human experience, making his work timeless and invaluable. Egypt, in the eyes of Herodotus, was a land of wonders, both familiar and strange. As he journeyed through this ancient civilization, he was struck by the unique blend of natural beauty and human ingenuity that defined the landscape. He marveled at the Nile's annual floods, which brought life to the arid land. These floods were not just a natural phenomenon, but a lifeline for the people, ensuring the fertility of the soil and the prosperity of the nation. He described the Egyptians' ingenious irrigation systems, which transformed the desert into fertile fields. These systems were a testament to their advanced engineering skills and their ability to adapt to their environment. He observed their agricultural practices, noting their cultivation of wheat, barley, and flax. These crops were not only staples of their diet, but also essential for their economy, providing materials for trade and daily life. Herodotus was impressed by the Egyptians' ability to harness the power of nature to sustain their civilization. Their agricultural techniques were sustainable and efficient, allowing them to thrive in a challenging environment. Herodotus was equally fascinated by the Egyptians' cultural practices. He witnessed their vibrant festivals, intricate rituals, and the daily routines that reflected their deep-seated beliefs and values. He described their reverence for the Nile, which they believed was the source of all life. The river was central to their religion and mythology, and they held numerous ceremonies to honor its vital role in their existence. He observed their elaborate burial rituals, including the mummification of their dead and the construction of elaborate tombs. These practices were deeply rooted in their belief in the afterlife and the importance of preserving the body for the journey beyond. He noted their fascination with astronomy, their development of a calendar based on the solar year, and their construction of massive pyramids aligned with the stars. These achievements demonstrated their advanced understanding of the cosmos and their desire to connect with the divine. Herodotus recognized the Egyptians' deep connection to their environment and their reverence for the natural world. This connection was evident in their art, architecture, and daily practices, all of which reflected a profound respect for the forces of nature. He observed their respect for animals, particularly cats, which they considered sacred. Cats were not only pets, but also symbols of protection and grace, often depicted in their art and associated with the goddess Bastet. He noted their belief in the afterlife and their elaborate preparations for the journey into the underworld. These preparations included not only mummification, but also the provision of goods, amulets, and inscriptions to guide and protect the deceased in the afterlife. Herodotus understood that the Egyptians' worldview was fundamentally different from that of the Greeks, shaped by their unique environment and their ancient traditions. This difference was reflected in their art, religion, and social structures, offering a rich tapestry of cultural diversity that fascinated and inspired him. The Nile River, a lifeline for ancient Egypt, flows past countless monuments to a glorious past. This river, stretching over 4,000 miles, has been the cradle of one of the most fascinating civilizations in human history. Its waters have nurtured the land, enabling the growth of crops and the rise of cities. Along its banks, stories of gods and pharaohs, of life and death, have been etched into the sands of time. The Nile is not just a river. It is a symbol of life, continuity, and the enduring spirit of Egypt. Among these, the Temple of Kom Ombo stands unique. It is a testament to the ingenuity and spiritual depth of the ancient Egyptians. Built during the Ptolemaic dynasty, this temple is a marvel of architecture and religious symbolism. It is not just a place of worship, but a reflection of the duality that permeates Egyptian mythology and culture. The temple's unique structure and purpose set it apart from the myriad other temples that dot the Egyptian landscape. Located on a bend in the river, it is not dedicated to one god, but two. This dual dedication is rare and speaks volumes about the beliefs and practices of the time. The temple honours both Sobek, the crocodile god associated with fertility and military prowess, and Horus the Elder, the falcon-headed god of the sky and kingship. This duality is not just a quirk of design, but a profound statement about the balance of power and harmony in the universe. This duality is evident in its very design. The temple is perfectly symmetrical, with two identical entrances, two parallel hypostyle halls, and two sanctuaries. Each side is a mirror image of the other, reflecting the dual nature of the gods it honours. This architectural choice is not merely aesthetic, but deeply symbolic, representing the balance and harmony that were central to ancient Egyptian cosmology. The dual corridors and sanctuaries allow for simultaneous worship, a rare feature that underscores the temple's unique purpose. Two entrances, two hypostyle halls, two sanctuaries, all mirrored in perfect symmetry. This meticulous design is a marvel of ancient engineering and artistry. The symmetry extends to the smallest details, from the carvings on the walls to the layout of the columns. Each element is carefully crafted to maintain the balance and harmony that the temple embodies. This attention to detail is a testament to the skill and dedication of the ancient builders and artists who created this masterpiece. This architectural marvel offers a glimpse into the rich tapestry of ancient Egyptian beliefs. The walls are adorned with intricate carvings and hieroglyphs that tell stories of gods, kings, and everyday life. These inscriptions are not just decorative, but serve as a historical record, providing insights into the religious and social practices of the time. As you walk through the temple, you are transported back in time, experiencing the grandeur and mystery of ancient Egypt. The Temple of Kom Ombo is not just a relic of the past. It is a living testament to the enduring legacy of one of the world's greatest civilizations. Construction of the temple began in the 2nd century BC during the Ptolemaic dynasty. These Greek rulers, descendants of Alexander the Great, embraced Egyptian traditions while leaving their own mark on the land. The Ptolemies were prolific builders, and Kom Ombo stands as a testament to their ambition and their reverence for the ancient Egyptian gods. The temple's dual dedication reflects the importance of location. Sobek, the crocodile god, represented the fertile Nile and its life-giving waters. Horus the Elder, depicted with a falcon's head, symbolized protection and kingship. Together, these two deities embodied the delicate balance between the power of the Nile and the pharaoh's divine right to rule. The walls of Kom Ombo are a treasure trove of hieroglyphs and reliefs, narrating tales of pharaohs, gods, and daily life in ancient Egypt. These intricate carvings provide invaluable insights into religious practices, astronomical observations, and even medical knowledge. One remarkable relief depicts a collection of surgical instruments, showcasing the advanced medical practices of the time. Sobek, the crocodile god, held a special place in the hearts of the people of Kom Ombo. Crocodiles, revered as manifestations of the god, were mummified and interred in a nearby necropolis. Today, the Crocodile Museum at Kom Ombo houses a fascinating collection of these mummified crocodiles, offering a glimpse into the ancient Egyptians' relationship with these powerful creatures. Like many ancient monuments, the Temple of Kom Ombo has not escaped the ravages of time. Centuries of exposure to the elements, coupled with earthquakes and human activity, have taken their toll. The once vibrant colours of the reliefs have faded, and some sections of the temple lie in ruins. Yet even in its weathered state, Kom Ombo retains an undeniable aura of grandeur. Efforts are underway to preserve this architectural masterpiece for future generations. Skilled artisans and archaeologists are painstakingly restoring damaged sections, using traditional techniques and modern technology. Their work ensures that the stories etched into the stones of Kom Ombo will continue to captivate visitors for years to come. The Temple of Kom Ombo stands as a testament to the enduring power of the Nile River. For the ancient Egyptians, the Nile was more than just a source of water. It was the very essence of life. The temple's location, perched on the banks of this sacred river, served as a constant reminder of the delicate balance between humanity and nature. As the sun sets over the Nile, casting long shadows across the temple's sandstone walls, one cannot help but be transported back in time. The golden hues of the setting sun blend seamlessly with the ancient stones, creating a mesmerizing tapestry of light and shadow. This is a moment where history and nature converge, offering a glimpse into the past. The Temple of Kom Ombo stands as a testament to the ingenuity and spirituality of ancient civilizations. As awe-struck tourists gaze upon its grandeur, they are often left speechless, overwhelmed by the sheer scale and beauty of this architectural marvel. The panoramic view at sunset is particularly breathtaking as the temple seems to glow with an ethereal light. Kom Ombo is a place where time seems to stand still. In the stillness of the evening, when the crowds have dispersed, the temple reveals its true essence. The wide-angle view showcases its timeless beauty, unmarred by the passage of centuries. It is in these quiet moments that one can truly appreciate the craftsmanship and devotion that went into its creation. The walls of Kom Ombo are adorned with intricate hieroglyphics and carvings, each telling a story of gods, kings and rituals long forgotten. The ambient lighting within the temple adds a mystical quality, casting shadows that dance upon the ancient stones. It is a place where the echoes of ancient rituals and the whispers of forgotten gods linger in the air, creating an atmosphere that is both haunting and enchanting. As you walk through the temple, you are invited to unravel the mysteries of a bygone era. The close-up of the hieroglyphics reveals the meticulous detail and artistry of the ancient craftsman. Kom Ombo is not just a historical site, it is a journey through time, inviting us to connect with the past and marvel at the achievements of those who came before us. The Temple of Kom Ombo is more than just a collection of ancient stones. It stands as a testament to the grandeur and complexity of ancient Egyptian civilization. Nestled on the banks of the Nile, this unique temple is dedicated to two gods, Sobek, the crocodile god, and Horus, the falcon-headed god. This dual dedication is rare and adds a layer of intrigue to the site. The hieroglyphics etched into the walls are not merely decorative, they are a window into the soul of ancient Egypt. These intricate carvings tell stories of gods and pharaohs, of battles and rituals, offering us a glimpse into a world long past. As you walk through the temple, history comes alive. The guide's voice echoes through the ancient halls, recounting tales of the temple's construction and its significance. You can almost hear the whispers of the past, inviting you to delve deeper into the mysteries that lie within these ancient walls. The carvings of gods and goddesses are not just artistic expressions, they are invitations to explore the beliefs, values and aspirations of a civilization that flourished thousands of years ago. Each figure, each symbol, holds a story waiting to be uncovered. The panoramic views of the temple complex reveal the grandeur of its architecture. The ancient artifacts within the temple are relics of a bygone era, each one a piece of the puzzle that makes up the rich tapestry of ancient Egyptian history. A visit to Kom Ombo is a journey through time. As the sun rises and sets, casting its golden hues on the temple walls, you are reminded of the passage of time and the enduring legacy of human achievement. The time-lapse of visitors exploring the temple shows the continuous fascination it holds for people from all walks of life. The architectural features of Kom Ombo are a marvel to behold. The duality of the temple's twin deities, Sobek and Horus, is a unique aspect that sets it apart from other temples. This duality symbolizes the balance of power and harmony, a concept that was central to ancient Egyptian belief. As night falls, the temple takes on a different persona. Under a starry sky, illuminated by soft lights, Kom Ombo exudes a mystical aura. It is a reminder of the enduring power of human ingenuity and the timeless allure of ancient mysteries. The temple stands as a beacon of history, inviting us to explore, learn, and be inspired by the wonders of the past. Thebes, the heart of ancient Egypt. Nestled on the banks of the Nile, Thebes was more than just a city. It was the beating heart of a civilization, showcasing human ambition, faith, and artistry. Join us as we uncover the rich history and significance of this ancient city, exploring its grand temples, its royal tombs, and its pivotal role in shaping the story of ancient Egypt. Thebes, even in its ruined state, whispers of a time when it was the religious epicenter of ancient Egypt, particularly during the powerful New Kingdom. Imagine a city alive with the sound of priestly chants, the air thick with the scent of incense burning in honor of Amun-Ra, the king of the gods. Here, within the colossal Carnac temple complex, the Egyptians paid homage to their deities in ceremonies of unparalleled grandeur. The temple, a sprawling testament to their faith, grew over centuries, each pharaoh adding his own mark to this sacred landscape. Luxor Temple, bathed in the golden glow of the setting sun, was a place for ordinary Egyptians to connect with the divine. Together, these two temples form the spiritual heart of Thebes, a place where the earthly and the divine intertwined. The ancient Egyptians believed in a life after death, a belief reflected in the grandeur of their tombs. Just across the Nile, on the west bank, lies the Theban necropolis, a city of the dead as magnificent as the city of the living. Here, in the Valley of the Kings and the Valley of the Queens, pharaohs and their consorts were laid to rest, surrounded by treasures they believed would accompany them into the afterlife. The tomb of Tutankhamun, a relatively minor pharaoh, yielded a treasure trove of artifacts that captivated the world's imagination. But perhaps even more impressive are the elaborate tombs of rulers like Seti I and Ramses VI, their walls adorned with vibrant scenes from the Book of the Dead. Dotting the landscape are the mortuary temples, grand structures built not for the dead but for their memory. These temples, along with the royal tombs, stand as silent sentinels, guarding the secrets of Egypt's past. For centuries, Thebes was more than just a religious centre. It was the vibrant heart of a nation, the capital of a mighty empire. Imagine the bustling streets of Thebes during its zenith, a time when it was known as the City of 100 Gates. Thebes' rise to prominence began during the Middle Kingdom, when Mentuhotep II reunited the two lands after a period of division. He moved the capital to Thebes, laying the foundation for its future glory. But it was during the New Kingdom that Thebes truly flourished, reaching the pinnacle of its power and influence. Under the rule of powerful pharaohs like Thutmose III and Amenhotep III, Thebes became a metropolis, a hub of international trade and a centre of art and culture. The city's wealth was evident in its grand temples, its opulent palaces, and the luxurious lifestyle of its elite. Yet, even after losing its political dominance, Thebes remained a city of immense religious and cultural significance, a testament to its glorious past. Few sights on earth can compare to the awe-inspiring grandeur of the Carnac temple complex. Imagine standing before this colossal structure, its towering pylons reaching towards the heavens, a symbol of human devotion and architectural genius. Carnac was not simply a temple, it was a city within a city, a complex of temples, chapels and monuments dedicated to the Theban triad Amun-Ra, Mut and Khonsu. The hypostyle hall, with its forest of massive columns, is perhaps the most iconic image of Carnac. The construction of Carnac spanned over 2 millennia, with each successive pharaoh feeling compelled to leave his mark on this sacred complex. From the massive pylons and obelisks to the intricate reliefs and inscriptions that adorn its walls, Carnac stands as a testament to the ambition, ingenuity and deep religious fervour of the ancient Egyptians. The story of Thebes is not just one of religious devotion and architectural grandeur, it is also a story of conflict and resilience. Thebes found itself at the heart of several pivotal moments in Egyptian history, times when the very existence of the kingdom was threatened. One such period was the Second Intermediate Period, a time of turmoil and division when Egypt fell under the rule of the Hyksos, a foreign power from the Levant. The Hyksos, with their superior weaponry and military tactics, conquered much of Lower Egypt, pushing the native Egyptian rulers south. Thebes, however, refused to submit. Theban rulers, seeing themselves as the true heirs to the pharaonic legacy, waged a long and bloody war against the Hyksos, a conflict that would determine the fate of Egypt. Finally, under the leadership of Ahmose I, the founder of the 18th dynasty, the Egyptians triumphed. Ahmose I, a Theban prince, drove the Hyksos out of Egypt, reuniting the two lands and ushering in a new era of Egyptian power and prosperity. Thebes, at its zenith, was more than just a political and religious capital. It was the cultural heart of ancient Egypt, a city alive with creativity and artistic innovation. Imagine the workshops of Thebes, filled with skilled artisans, sculptors, painters, weavers, their hands bringing life to stone, wood and fabric, transforming them into works of breathtaking beauty. The tombs and temples of the Theban necropolis offer a glimpse into this vibrant artistic tradition. The walls of these structures are adorned with intricate murals and carvings, each one a masterpiece that speaks volumes about the artistic skill and the religious beliefs of the ancient Egyptians. Theban artists and craftsmen were renowned throughout the ancient world for their skill. Thebes became a centre for the production of luxury goods, from exquisite jewellery and finely crafted furniture to colourful textiles and beautifully painted pottery. Thebes' rise to prominence was fuelled, in part, by its strategic location. Situated on the banks of the Nile, the lifeblood of Egypt, Thebes controlled the agricultural wealth of the surrounding region. Thebes' location also made it a natural hub for trade. Caravans laden with exotic goods from Nubia to the south and Punt to the east converged on Thebes, bringing with them gold, ivory, ebony, incense and other treasures. The wealth generated by this trade enriched the city, filling the coffers of the pharaohs and enabling them to embark on ambitious building projects and military campaigns. The opulence of Thebes was evident in its grand temples and monuments, its luxurious palaces and the lavish lifestyle of its elite. Even the mightiest of empires are not immune to the tides of time. Thebes, for centuries the heart of a civilization, eventually experienced a slow decline, its power and influence waning as new powers rose to prominence in the ancient world. The first blow came in 663 BCE, when the Assyrian king Ashurbanipal sacked Thebes. The Assyrians, a ruthless and efficient military force, had conquered much of the Near East, and Egypt, weakened by internal strife and economic decline, was unable to withstand their onslaught. The sack of Thebes by the Assyrians was a traumatic event for the Egyptians. The city, once considered invincible, was plundered and burned, its temples desecrated, its treasures carried off to Assyria as spoils of war. Thebes never fully recovered from the Assyrian sack. Centuries later, under Roman rule, Thebes was again sacked, this time after a revolt against Roman authority. Thebes may lie in ruins, its grand temples and palaces reduced to rubble, but its story continues to resonate across the millennia. The remains of this once great city, spread across the modern-day city of Luxor, are now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a testament to their enduring historical, architectural and cultural significance. The Carnac and Luxor temple complexes, the Valley of the Kings, the Valley of the Queens, and the numerous other tombs, temples and monuments scattered across the Theban necropolis offer an unparalleled glimpse into the world of ancient Egypt. Today, Thebes is one of Egypt's most popular tourist destinations, attracting visitors from all corners of the globe. Thebes was more than just a physical city. It was a powerful symbol woven deeply into the fabric of Egyptian mythology and religious belief. The Egyptians believed that Thebes was the earthly counterpart of the primordial mound that emerged from the waters of chaos at the beginning of creation. It was here, in the heart of Thebes, that the god Amun-Ra, the king of the gods, was said to have first emerged, bringing light and order to the world. Thebes' association with Amun-Ra elevated it to a position of supreme religious significance. The Opet Festival, one of the most important events in the Egyptian religious calendar, was celebrated annually in Thebes. Thebes, in the eyes of the ancient Egyptians, was a sacred city, a place where the boundaries between the earthly and the divine were blurred. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the ancient city of Thebes. From its grand temples that scraped the sky to the whispers of pharaohs in the Valley of the Kings, Thebes stands as a testament to human ambition, ingenuity, and the enduring power of belief. The Rosetta Stone is one of the most famous ancient artifacts in the world. The Rosetta Stone was rediscovered in July 1799 by French soldiers who were part of Napoleon Bonaparte's Egyptian campaign. They were tearing down an old wall at Fort Julian near the town of Rashid, or Rosetta, in the Nile Delta, when they unearthed the stone. It is a large stone slab, originally part of a larger stele made of granodiorite. This durable material has preserved the inscriptions remarkably well over the millennia. The stone is inscribed with a decree issued in 196 BC at Memphis, Egypt, in honor of the Ptolemaic king Ptolemy V Epiphanes. This decree was meant to affirm the royal cult of the young king and was a significant political document of its time. What makes the Rosetta Stone so special is that the decree is inscribed in 3 different scripts, a feature that has made it invaluable to linguists and historians. Hieroglyphs, the formal writing system of ancient Egypt, these intricate symbols were used primarily for religious texts and monumental inscriptions. Demotic script, a cursive script used in everyday life. This script was the common script of the people, used for daily transactions and record-keeping. And finally, ancient Greek. The presence of these 3 scripts is what ultimately allowed scholars to decipher hieroglyphs, which had been a mystery for centuries. News of the Rosetta Stone's discovery quickly spread throughout Europe, sparking a race among scholars to be the first to decipher the hieroglyphs. Among those who took up the challenge were Thomas Young, an English polymath, and Jean-François Champollion, a French philologist. Young made significant progress in deciphering the Demotic script, identifying several phonetic signs and correctly identifying the cartouche, or royal name ring, of Ptolemy. However, it was Champollion who would ultimately crack the code of hieroglyphs. The breakthrough came in 1822 when French scholar Jean-François Champollion announced that he had deciphered the hieroglyphs, opening up a new era of Egyptology. The Rosetta Stone thus stands as a testament to human curiosity and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Champollion built upon Young's work, using his knowledge of Coptic, the last stage of the ancient Egyptian language, to identify phonetic correspondences between the Greek and hieroglyphic texts. In 1822, he had a breakthrough when he realized that the hieroglyphic signs in Ptolemy's cartouche represented the sounds of his name in Greek. This discovery revolutionized our understanding of hieroglyphs, demonstrating that they were not simply pictographs or ideograms, but a complex system of writing that included phonetic elements. Champollion's work laid the foundation for the modern study of ancient Egyptian language and culture. The decipherment of hieroglyphs had a profound impact on our understanding of ancient Egypt. It allowed scholars to read the countless inscriptions and texts that had previously been indecipherable, opening up a vast new window into Egyptian history, religion, and culture. We now know much more about the daily lives of the ancient Egyptians, their beliefs and practices, and their interactions with other cultures. The Rosetta Stone, therefore, played a pivotal role in unlocking the secrets of one of the world's oldest civilizations. The Rosetta Stone, a granodiorite stele inscribed with a decree issued in Memphis, Egypt, in 196 BC, has a fascinating history that spans centuries and continents. Following Napoleon's defeat in Egypt in 1801, the Rosetta Stone, along with other antiquities collected by the French, became the property of the British under the terms of the Treaty of Alexandria. This treaty marked a significant moment in history, as it not only ended the French campaign in Egypt, but also transferred a wealth of knowledge and artifacts to British hands. The stone was transported to England and presented to King George III, who donated it to the British Museum in 1802. The journey of the Rosetta Stone from Egypt to England was a monumental task, involving careful planning and execution to ensure its safe arrival. Upon its arrival, it was immediately recognized for its potential to unlock the secrets of ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. The Rosetta Stone has been on display at the British Museum ever since, becoming one of its most popular exhibits. Its presence has not only attracted scholars and historians, but also inspired countless visitors to delve into the mysteries of ancient civilizations. The stone's inscriptions, written in 3 scripts, Greek, Demotic, and hieroglyphic, provided the key to deciphering Egyptian hieroglyphs, a breakthrough that revolutionized our understanding of ancient Egypt. Millions of visitors from around the world flock to see the stone each year, marveling at its historical significance. The Rosetta Stone stands as a testament to human curiosity and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Its journey from the sands of Egypt to the halls of the British Museum is a story of cultural exchange, discovery, and the enduring legacy of ancient civilizations. The Rosetta Stone's legacy extends far beyond its physical presence in the British Museum. Its discovery and decipherment sparked a renewed interest in ancient Egypt, leading to countless archaeological excavations and scholarly studies. The stone has become an iconic symbol of our ability to unlock the mysteries of the past. It serves as a reminder of the importance of preserving cultural heritage and the power of human ingenuity. The Rosetta Stone's fame has transcended academia, becoming a popular cultural icon. Its image has been used in countless books, films, television shows, and video games. The phrase Rosetta Stone has even entered the English lexicon as a metaphor for anything that holds the key to understanding a complex problem or mystery. The Rosetta Stone is more than just a stone slab with inscriptions. It is a key that unlocked the secrets of ancient Egypt, a civilization that flourished thousands of years ago along the banks of the Nile River. It is a tangible link to one of the world's oldest civilizations, a bridge connecting us to a time when pharaohs ruled and monumental pyramids were constructed. The Rosetta Stone is a testament to the enduring power of language, showcasing the intricate hieroglyphics that once conveyed the stories, laws, and beliefs of an ancient people. It stands as a symbol of our insatiable curiosity about the past, driving scholars and archaeologists to uncover the mysteries that lie beneath the sands of time. Its discovery and decipherment revolutionized our understanding of ancient Egypt, providing the key to translating hieroglyphics and opening up a vast new window into a world that had long been shrouded in mystery. This newfound knowledge allowed us to piece together the history, culture, and daily life of a civilization that had been lost to the ages, revealing the grandeur and complexity of ancient Egyptian society. The Rosetta Stone continues to captivate and inspire us today, drawing visitors from around the world to marvel at its inscriptions and the stories they tell. It serves as a reminder of the enduring power of human curiosity, the drive to explore, learn and understand our past. The importance of preserving our shared cultural heritage cannot be overstated, as it connects us to our roots and helps us understand the journey of humanity through the ages. The Rosetta Stone is a beacon of this heritage, a timeless artifact that continues to illuminate the path of discovery. Gold, a symbol of power, purity, and eternal life. Since time immemorial, it has captivated civilizations across the globe. From the sun-drenched sands of ancient Egypt to the bustling cities of today, gold has held an irresistible fascination. Its brilliance and rarity have made it the ultimate symbol of wealth and prestige. For the ancient Egyptians, gold was deeply intertwined with their beliefs, rituals, and their very perception of the cosmos. In the land of pharaohs, where the scorching sun beat down upon the fertile banks of the Nile, gold flowed like the lifeblood of a mighty civilization. From the towering pyramids to the humblest amulets, gold was omnipresent, a testament to Egypt's enduring legacy. Join us now as we embark on a captivating journey through time. Our journey begins in the mines, where the quest for this precious metal shaped the destiny of a nation. The ancient Egyptians believed that gold was no mere earthly element. It was a celestial gift born from the very tears of Ra, the sun god. As Ra wept tears of joy, they fell to the earth, transforming into shimmering nuggets of gold. This divine origin imbued gold with a sacred aura, elevating it above all other metals. It became synonymous with the sun's radiance, its life-giving warmth, and its association with royalty and power. To obtain this divine metal, the ancient Egyptians embarked on arduous expeditions to remote corners of their empire. From the Nubian desert in the south to the Sinai Peninsula in the east, they established vast mining operations, driven by an insatiable thirst for the precious metal. Miners, often prisoners of war or labourers conscripted into service, toiled in stifling heat and cramped conditions. Using rudimentary tools of copper and stone, they chipped away at the hard rock, following veins of gold deep into the earth. The extracted ore, a mixture of rock and precious metal, was then transported, often on the backs of donkeys or by boat along the Nile, to smelting centres. There, skilled craftsmen employed ingenious techniques to separate the gold from its impurities. Using furnaces fueled by charcoal, they heated the ore to extreme temperatures, melting the gold and allowing it to be collected. This arduous process yielded the precious metal that would adorn temples, tombs, and the bodies of pharaohs. Gold, in the eyes of the ancient Egyptians, transcended its material value. It was not merely a symbol of wealth or status, but a divine substance intrinsically linked to the very essence of their gods. They called it the flesh of the gods, a tangible manifestation of the celestial realm on earth. This belief permeated every aspect of their religious life, from the grand temples to the smallest amulets. The Egyptians saw a powerful connection between gold and the sun, the life-giving force of their world. Gold, with its radiant glow, seemed to embody the very essence of the sun's energy. Ra, the sun god, was often depicted with golden skin, his body emanating a warm, ethereal light. The pharaohs, considered to be divine intermediaries between the gods and the people, were also closely associated with gold. Their tombs were filled with golden treasures, their bodies adorned with golden masks and jewellery. Gold played a pivotal role in the Egyptians' elaborate burial rituals. Amulets crafted from gold, often depicting protective deities or sacred symbols, were placed within the tombs, their presence intended to ward off evil spirits and ensure a safe passage to the underworld. The Egyptians believed that the deceased needed to be adorned with gold in order to be recognized by the gods in the afterlife. This belief fueled the creation of exquisite funerary goods, from intricately crafted jewellery to elaborate sarcophagi, all lavishly adorned with gold. While gold held profound religious significance in ancient Egypt, its use extended far beyond temples and tombs. For the elite, gold was a ubiquitous symbol of their status, adorning everything from furniture and chariots to clothing and jewellery. Wealthy Egyptians adorned themselves with elaborate gold necklaces, rings and earrings, showcasing their prosperity and refined taste. Craftsmen transformed gold into exquisite objects, both grand and intimate. They mastered techniques like granulation, filigree and cloisonne, creating intricate designs that showcased their mastery over this precious metal. Even among the common people, gold held a special allure. Amulets made of gold, often depicting protective deities, were highly sought after for their perceived power to ward off evil and bring good fortune. The most lavish and awe-inspiring use of gold, however, was reserved for the gods themselves and the pharaohs who served as their earthly representatives. Temples dedicated to honouring the gods were adorned with staggering quantities of gold, transforming them into dazzling displays of wealth and devotion. Walls shimmered with gold leaf, statues of deities gleamed under the sun's rays, and even the most mundane objects, like offering bowls and incense burners, were often crafted from this precious metal. The Egyptians believed that by adorning their temples with gold, they were creating a fitting abode for the gods, a realm worthy of their divine presence. Pharaohs, considered to be living gods, were also inextricably linked to gold. Their tombs, elaborate structures designed to ensure their safe passage to the afterlife, were veritable treasure troves filled with unimaginable quantities of gold. The abundance of gold buried with pharaohs served multiple purposes. It was a potent symbol of their power and status, showcasing their wealth and divine right to rule even in death. Gold was believed to possess transformative properties, capable of elevating the pharaoh's spirit and facilitating their journey to the afterlife. Beyond its religious and symbolic importance, gold also played a vital role in the ancient Egyptian economy. It served as a form of currency, used to facilitate trade and pay taxes. The Egyptians controlled vast gold mines, primarily located in Nubia and the eastern desert. The allure of gold extended far beyond the borders of ancient Egypt. Its reputation as a precious and enduring metal spread throughout the ancient world, attracting merchants and traders from distant lands. Egypt, with its vast gold reserves and its strategic location at the crossroads of major trade routes, became a hub of international commerce. From the bustling ports of the Nile Delta to the desert oases that dotted the caravan routes, gold flowed in and out of Egypt, fueling a thriving economy. Merchants, their ships laden with goods from distant shores, arrived eager to exchange their wares for this highly sought-after metal. The Egyptians, in turn, sought luxury goods not available within their own borders, such as cedarwood from Lebanon, lapis lazuli from Afghanistan, and ebony and ivory from sub-Saharan Africa. The ancient Egyptians forged significant trade relationships with the land of Punt, located along the Red Sea or Horn of Africa. Punt was renowned for its exotic goods, including incense, ebony, ivory, and gold. Egyptians launched expeditions to Punt, braving treacherous seas. These expeditions were recorded on temple walls, showcasing their seafaring capabilities. Reliefs from Hatshepsut's temple depict ships laden with treasures from Punt. Trade with Punt was reciprocal. Egyptians offered gold, linen, papyrus, and manufactured goods in exchange. Gold, beyond its role as a commodity, also served as a powerful tool of diplomacy in ancient Egypt. Pharaohs, keen to maintain peaceful relations with their neighbours or to secure their borders from potential threats, often employed gold as a diplomatic gift. These gifts, presented with great ceremony and accompanied by lavish pronouncements of friendship and goodwill, served to strengthen alliances and deter aggression. The Egyptians also used gold to secure their access to vital resources, such as timber from the cedar forests of Lebanon or turquoise from the Sinai Peninsula. By offering generous payments in gold, the Egyptians ensured a steady supply of these essential materials, which were crucial for their construction projects, shipbuilding, and the creation of luxury goods. The flow of gold into and out of Egypt, driven by trade, diplomacy, and conquest, had a profound impact on the ancient world. While gold reigned supreme in ancient Egypt, other materials were equally prized for their beauty and rarity. Lapis lazuli, a deep blue stone, was especially valued for its intense colour and celestial associations. Mined in Afghanistan, it symbolized the heavens and the divine. The funerary mask of Tutankhamun showcases lapis lazuli alongside gold, symbolizing wealth and power. Turquoise, a vibrant blue-green mineral, was mined in the Sinai Peninsula and other arid regions. Its colour, reminiscent of water and vegetation, symbolized fertility, renewal and protection. Turquoise was used in amulets and jewellery for its perceived magical properties. Obsidian, a volcanic glass, symbolized both chaos and protection. Its sharp edges made it ideal for tools and weapons. Skilled artisans transformed these materials into exquisite objects. These stones enriched the artistic vocabulary of ancient Egypt. Journeying through ancient Egypt, we explore the golden legacy of a civilization that revered its beauty and power. Gold held a sacred place, embodying the sun's radiance and the god's immortality. From mines to workshops, artisans crafted objects of beauty and meaning. Gold adorned temples, tombs and bodies, symbolizing wealth and eternity. It played a vital role in the economy, facilitating trade and diplomacy. The allure of gold connected Egypt to distant civilizations, shaping history. The legacy of ancient Egypt's fascination with gold continues to resonate today. The dazzling artifacts recovered from their tombs, preserved for millennia by the dry desert climate, still captivate our imaginations, offering a glimpse into a civilization that valued beauty, craftsmanship, and the enduring power of this precious metal. As we marvel at the golden treasures of ancient Egypt, we are reminded of the enduring human fascination with this precious metal. Across cultures and throughout history, gold has symbolized wealth, power, beauty, and the divine. It has adorned our bodies, our places of worship, and our most prized possessions. The ancient Egyptians, with their profound reverence for gold, offer us a unique perspective on the enduring allure of this precious metal. They remind us that beyond its material value, gold holds a deeper significance, reflecting our aspirations for beauty, eternity, and a connection to something greater than ourselves.